Alrighty, welcome to another Vintage Cube Draft League. I've been enjoying the Draft League. They're a good change of pace, and I really don't have to justify any of my decisions. Not that I do in a team draft, but in a team draft, I'm not going to be completely as haywire as I might want to be, just because I have to keep in mind that I am playing for a team. That being said, what are you supposed to take in this pack? What is even the best card? Honestly, I might just take Basalt Monolith. I think it's great with Zerta. It's great with Workshop, Forensic Gadgeteer, Coveted Jewel, might wheel. It's that or Brainstorm or Lose Focus or Consult, but you know what? No, I'm going to take this and see where this goes. Well, where it goes is probably just taking Fourth Eater Lingus. Fourth Eater Lingus is a great card. Just a good finisher all around. Good at 3 mana sometimes, great at like 11 mana. It's just, can't really lose out. Passing a Swords to Plowshares, which is also fantastic. Tundra, Scalding Tarn, Daze. But I'll take fourth. He even actually has synergy with Basalt Monolith, because casting a fourth, X equals 7. It's easier to do that when you've got Basalt Monolith in your deck. Could be on for another Zerta deck. I've been liking drafting combo here. So, but we'll see where we end up. In here, I think I just take Memory Lapse. It's a fantastic card. I'm ultimately going to want to be blue. I don't mind passing a Shieldred. And then I think with the cards I already have, Lapse looks a lot better than Jace. You also could take a Johnny. Maybe Sandy would just take a Johnny and go red-white. But I'm not drafting in the draft leagues to force Boros here. No, I think I'll pass on that one. And then here, I've been having fun exploring Vivi. And Vivi with Basalt Monolith and Fourth Eater Lingus, that's good times. Saheeli also nice. Lelia, Cryptic Command. But yeah, I think this is definitely a setup for Vivi. All right. This is exactly where I want to be. I have outs to be just like Jeskai mid-range, if you just take out the Basalt Monolith. I have outs to be Jeskai big mana combo. We'll use all 4 of these cards. I could be artifacts, of course, but we'll have to see what the next couple of packs bring. All I know is Mox Opal hates to see me coming. Here, I'll take Preordain. Preordain's great with VV. Also just further, it's a flexible card. If we end up in artifacts / combo, great. Going to be fantastic. If we end up in Jeskai midrange, also great. Ether Spellbomb, it can be good in like a Salvager's deck or just any artifact deck. And in fact, if it wheels, I'll probably play it. But I think Preordain is enough better of a cantrip that I should just take that. And then here, Otawar is all just a good card. There's Flame Slash and there's Subtlety. I do like Subtlety a lot. I'm leaning away from Basalt doing much. I guess taking that Lose Focus or Brainstorm would have worked out better. I could just take Subtlety though. That I think is a more high impact card. All right, I'm in for Subtlety. We could be mid-range. I have no problem with that, obviously. Ooh, look at that payoff. Lorien Revealed, fantastic for fixing. Good if you have lots of mana. And incredible with Subtlety. It's a land you can pitch to Subtlety. So, all right, I'm feeling pretty good about this Jeskai mid direction. And, well, these cards I could still certainly be combo. These cards, I haven't rolled that out, but this looks like a really nice blue deck. Okay, now we have a inflection point, though it's not that close. I was looking at whether I should take Emery, but we have no reason to think Artifacts is open, and even I don't think I should be drafting it. I'm just going to take Oliphant. I'm going to want to get a blue-red duel really badly anyways. It's a good card. It's not nearly as good as Lorien Revealed, but you know, Pyrokinesis and Fury, those are a thing. Sometimes you just do cast the Oliphant, and it's some pretty good fixing. Firmly in blue-red, splash a little Fourth Eater Lingus action. I like where I'm at. Oh, nice. We can build the VV Cauldron deck. I'm going to take Tursa here. Tursa, I think, is a pretty good card. It's a little awkward with, like, reactive cards, because when you attack with 7 cards, you exile Memory Lapse, doesn't do anything. But you often have cantrips, and it's also just a good way to filter through cards. I mean, this is how cards like Treasure Cruise or Dig Through Time get good in this sort of deck, too. All right, and you know what? Magda's totally reasonable in this sort of deck, so I'll take that over Wandering Emperor and Loot. I mean, the only white card I have right now is Fourth Eater Lingus, and given that we passed Swords to Plowshares in that very same pack, I don't think that there are very many white cards I would want to play in this deck. I would still play Path to Exile, Little Teferi. Oh, Leyline Binding, actually. That has like some pretty real outs. I don't think Bonecrusher Giants is that good of a card, so I just don't usually take it. There's also Dam, just for the overload, but I think Leyline Binding is a pretty good card. You often just get kind of random Triomes or Surveil lands, and I don't know, you can end up doing some good things here. Like likewise, I'll take Tameo in case I find Time Walk. I have 2 Land Cyclers. I could splash it. I'm not playing Saheeli at this point. This just doesn't look like a Saheeli deck, and I don't think it's a Figure of Destiny deck. It might be a Figure of Destiny deck some of the time, certainly, but I think with like Preordain and Memory Lapse, I'm not really sure. And Tamiyo has some real outs, like I said. Ooh, I guess I'll take a blue-white fetch. Bombardment doesn't do much. Detective's Phoenix I'm really not going to play, and Cloud I'm not going to play. All right, well, pretty good pack one, I would say, for not having anything like incredibly busted. And we've got a nice little domain package here. So what do we got here? Yeah, probably just Fable. I do love a Spell Pierce. You know what? Maybe, is it deranged? Have I gone too far? I actually kind of don't think so. 1-mana spells are busted. It's like Tursa and Vivi are also great 3-drops. You know what? I'm going to take the Spell Pierce. I stand for what I believe in. And here, I'm going to have to take Snapcaster. We're not brain freezing here. And Snapcaster with Pierce, Preordain, Memory Lapse, those are all great. If you have enough mana, it's even good with 4th Year Lingus. And look at these, ooh, beautiful Jeskai lands. Yeah, I'm going to wheel something out of this pack. But this looks like a great Snapcaster deck. All right, Basalt Monolith's also on notice right now. These 4 cards to the right, I'm not currently planning on playing. Well, I guess Tranquil Landscape I probably am going to play. Just as a untapped colorless or tapped blue or white. Is that good? I don't even know. Oh, Mana Vault? I mean, I do love a remand, but Mana Vault with 4th Year Lingus is crazy. It's not actually good with much else in the deck, but, yeah, you know, it's really good with 4th Year Lingus, like really good. It's pretty good with Tursa, not incredible. Like, you could maybe string together like a Tursa plus Magda turn 2. Remand with Snapcaster, Vivi. You know what? I'm going to go with Remand. I think Mana Vault is just going to be too inconsistent for my tastes. And here, I'm going to take Flooded Strand. I think Chain Lightning is a very good card, but good fixing, and this is among the best, is really important. I've got a decent amount of playables, and it even kind of opens the door to Leyline Binding. Tamiyo probably won't play unless I find Time Walk. That's just a little spec here. There's also a bunch of cards that might wheel. Well, that's actually not true, because there's things like Mindstone and Invigorate in the pack, which I don't think are going to be in demand. Ooh, all right, we're putting our principles to the test here, because a Mystic Confluence, a Petal, well, we're not going to take the Petal, and there's the Riddler. It's also a Burst Lightning, a Get Lost, and a Council's Judgment. A lot of good Jeskai stuff. I think I just take Mystic Confluence. Mystic Confluence is great, and yeah, I don't think that the Riddler's better. I do like the Riddler a lot, but this is instant speed. So let's take Mystic Confluence. We would kill for a Volcanic Island. Like, that is one of the cards we want most, because it would turn on both Land Cyclers and Flooded Strand. So it's like getting 4 red sources if we get one, or some combination of 4 red and or blue sources extra above what we currently have, which is 5 actually, if you think about the fact that it itself is also just a 2-color source in, when you play it. So all right, that's a lot of words to say that Steam Vent's good, Volcanic Island great. Yeah, they're both great. They're pretty much equal. Obviously, you would take Volk over Steam Vents, but I just hope to find one of them. Best I can do is a brick? What? I guess I could take Amped Raptor. Looks kind of bad in my deck, though. Or I could take a land that's not a land type for Leyline Binding. Or take a Mana Tithe. This is awful. I guess I'll take Mana Tithe in case maybe my mana gets really good. Eesh. All right, now there's a Bauble and a Pyromancer and a JC. Like, Pyromancer is also another quality 3-drop. I kind of want to just take Bauble. It's just awesome with VV. It's good with filling your graveyard. Like, it just kind of does everything you want. I don't know. I'm, as you can probably tell, extremely into drafting Baubles. I feel like they're very strong. The Mishra's Bauble is much better because you can look at your top card and then either decide to cycle it away if you don't want it. But even Urza's Bauble, I think, is pretty good. Like, Steel Cutter is a card I would definitely want for this deck. And then here, I guess I'll take Evora. I don't think I want Screaming Nemesis. And Show and Tell, no Vaultborn, none of those. And then here, Portable Hole. This is not a good fetch for me. Renin 6 could be kind of interesting. Or I could just take Lauren. Lauren, I think, has some pretty good outs. All right. At least a good sideboard card. And Soul Guide came back, but sort of Inspiring Vantage. So I think I'd rather just take that. I mean, Soul Guide is pretty good. I think duels are important. And then, Planisphere. Nice. That's a nice payoff. Not quite, no Steel Cutter, but a Chain Lightning Wield. All right, I'm really glad I took Inspiring Vantage. Just good fixing when I'm picking up these cards I really want to play on curve is nice. Okay, so I don't know what's going on there. I'm not playing any of these. I think I'm actually most likely to play Blightsteel. No, there is a world where maybe I get enough green for Delighted Halfling. I don't know. Probably not playing any of these. I'll take Haywire in Might. Someone's getting the suite of Tinker targets all right there. Crucible of Worlds, sure. Okay, well, Wheel and Chain Lightning was a gift. And then, oh, wow. A Mox and a Force of Will. Yeah, I got to take the Mox. Also, I have all these sick 2s and 3s, so Mox is really nice here. Passing Force, Caracas, Manily, Fairy Mastermind. Yeah, we're probably not getting any of those back. That's okay. And then pick 2. Oof, what a drop-off. That's unfortunate. Our pack had a lot better cards as the second best card. I guess I'll just take Suplex. I really want a blue-red duel, but there's none to be had, and I think it's better than considered, given I have a lot of 1s. All right. And I don't think I should take Thoughtseize. Like, it's the best card, but getting black mana, I don't know. And no real consideration for Zerda at this point either. Here, oh, Dismember. Dismember's awesome. Really good Snapcaster, too. Okay. Blue-red duel or bust? Oh, Ragavan? Yeah, easy Ragavan over Demonic Tutor. It's not even close. And there's also Nova Hellkite, I guess. So this is... We got 4 more picks to find a blue-red duel. Even a tapped one would be pretty good. And at this point, Basalt, Tameo are out. Leyline Binding is probably out. I don't really look like I'm going to have other colors besides... I mean, I guess I could play green, but I have no green card I want to splash. Delighted Halfling, Tameo, Crucible. So maybe I play Leyline Binding out of the sideboard, unless I pick up some weird duels at the end and it reliably costs 2, and then I would definitely splash it. Steel Cutter and Pyrogoyf? I've got to take Pyrogoyf. Maybe Steel Cutter or Wheel, that does happen sometimes. Pyrogoyf just looks incredible here, and Steel Cutter, I don't actually have enough 0s and 1s to really maximize it. I would also generally not take Steel Cutter over Pyrogoyf. Pyrogoyf is a really messed up card. Oh man, still no blue-red duel. I mean, this is technically a blue and red duel, but that's not one that I can fetch. Let's see. So right now, I need a couple playables, but I also have some cards I could play. I'm just going to take the land. Red-green. Well, Death Graders at least hits pretty hard. Death Graders with Evora, with Planisphere. Put it on a little Tursa, Vivi. All right, so this is pick 37, so pick 38. No good. Dang. Our mana's a lot worse now as a result. It just makes Oliphant and Lorien Revealed not fixers. It sucks. I guess I'll still take Iteration. I think that's better than Gut. I mean, Gut is good. It's good with these 2s, actually. Maybe I just take Gut and just lean into being a little more aggressive. And here, I guess that means maybe Voldaren Epicure is actually reasonable. I'm not playing anything else out of that pack anyway. So right now, this is 15 land plus a Mox is 16, plus Lorien and Oliphant. What a tragedy, those cards, huh? And I don't have any reason to try to splash green, and I'm playing white off of Flooded Strand Inspiring Vantage, sure. And Rafine's Tower doesn't help with these. I guess it makes it so Lorien can get a white land, sure. Because do I want Slickshot Show Off? I don't think so. Yeah, I might play this. Now there's Robber and Brain Surge and Sunbillow Verge. Okay. Robber is pretty good. Brain Surge is also kind of nice. I have a lot of 3s though. Maybe I just take the Robber. I think that one's pretty good. And then I do like Goldspan. I don't really have a deck for it so much, but Godless Shrine, does that do anything for my mana? I can't imagine it does. No, not so much. Talisman? Not a very good Talisman deck, but I can't really play Duress either, so... Oh, I guess I could have kind of played Duress? I don't think so. All right, well, no, I don't want to play the Talisman. This deck, I think, is decent, but the mana could have been a lot better. I don't think I even want to play Tranquil Landscape. I'm just going to play these 3 white lands and play a 4th Lingus off that. Plus, do I even... Yeah, I should play a Plains, get on top land. All right, so 1 Plains, the rest islands and mountains, so... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 4, 5, 6. Oh, I should play it the other way around. So 14, 15, 16, 17. All right. I think I run it. Maybe I just play Talisman because my mana's kind of bad. I mean, Voldaren Epicure is not a very good card. Actually, maybe I just play a land instead of an Epicure. That seems fine. I have ways to get through excess lands in my deck. Things like Evora and Tursa, just do a good job of letting me discard. All right, let's get in there. All right, time for round one, and unfortunately have to mulligan this. One land cycler away, though this hand looks pretty good. I'll keep and put back Mountain. Okay, so my plan is probably to go turn 1 dash Ragavan and then maybe turn 2 Vivi. We'll see. We'll see what they do. Ooh, Evora's not bad, but I still think I dash Ragavan. Getting a treasure plus a shot at maybe playing something seems kind of nice. All right, and I don't need to play preordain off that. That would, I think, be a mistake. Okay, they're gonna pass the turn here, huh? Fiend's Tower. I'm just gonna play Evora. If they have counterspell or removal, then they can do that. Okay, Mana Leak, and no, I'll cast Ragavan here. Honestly, I'd rather have Ragavan get in there anyways. And then I have a suplex to kill a blocker. And Sensei's top Ragavan is kind of interesting. I could suplex the top. And then play Vivi after. The problem is if I suplex the top and they know the trick, which they might not, they activate the look, then they activate the draw with top, then they rearrange it. So that does make it a pretty ineffective play. So I'm going to attack, even though it's actually giving them slight card quality, because they get to exile whatever card they don't want off the top of their deck. Well, if they don't do anything, it means they have a 2-mana counter. Okay, they do actually spin the top. If they ever are tapped out and I can hit with Ragavan, I can suplex the top. But if they just play it right, then my suplex play does nothing. Seems like a pretty bad use of a card. Yeah, they hit an Ugin that they didn't want to play, sure. And let's go Vivi. And I could preordain, but I don't think it really does anything for me. Because I can do it next turn. I'm sacking a treasure, so it's not like I'm getting any mana advantage for doing it this turn. I'll have more information if I do it next turn, and it's not like I was going to use the mana from Vivi then either. Okay, so they got to spin the top. They look like an artifact deck. This looks like, oh, it's an Urtai. I was going to say a Deluge, but no, it's an Urtai. All right, well, this is, I think, pretty good still. Because now I'm going to get to go suplex. Oh. I guess I should just do that. That seems like it's going to be a lot stronger. And they can block the Ragavan and take 8 going to 8. Yeah, they are dead. Nice. 4th Earlingus does the trick. All right. Let's get in there. No changes for me. No notes. All right. Game 2. I mean, I'll keep because I have preordained to hit red, but the Florian revealed not getting red is unfortunate. Robber of the Rich. All right. Well, Island Vivi. No, I'm going to bottom both into another island. I guess I will keep the Lorien revealed because I might want to... Oh, in fact, I do want a subtlety here. If I draw red, I can Robber of the Rich that. Let's go. Okay, that's pretty funny. I'll be honest. It would have been nice to do that. All right, well, it's Mountain Cycle. Psychic Frog is going to beat me up. It's going to be tough. I might have to side in Portable Hole, honestly, though. Does Chain Lightning do it? I guess not. I think I'll play Evora. And I'll probably end up discarding Robber of the Rich to it. So if I block, they make it 2. Yeah, just... Pyrogoyf is currently a 2/3. And Chain Lightning doesn't actually increase it. Nor does discarding Robber, so... Agatha's Soul Cauldron, okay. Yeah, I guess I take it. I don't love it. Alright, and they get to draw a card. Gotta watch out with my Vivi. Alright, discard Robber, I think. Though, Maybe I discard Chain Lightning. I guess Robert. No, Robert is not really going to do anything. It feeds the Cauldron, but I think that's not something I can really worry too much about right now. Ooh, okay. Guess I'll go Flooded Strand. Island. Pyrogoyf. I think it's probably... Oh, I was going to say fine to Pyrogoyf the Frog, but didn't even come up. All right, well, can't say I like my chances here, given they have a Psychic Frog that's growing, Soul Cauldron. I don't have a whole lot going on. Maybe if I land a good Chain Lightning. So they have Lava Spur Boots in this deck? Huh, I don't really know what's going on exactly. They might have like a Tinker package. That's like a reason to play some artifacts, but not a ton of artifacts. Yeah, they're doing something. Let's just draw here. Well, Chain Lightning the Displacer Kitten, I guess. Play Verge, and I suppose I could suplex the Soul Cauldron. Get a blood token. So it's like I'm hitting with a Psychic Frog, kind of. I guess this actually would have worked out better to do before the Chain Lightning, because they might have grown the kitten. So be it. All right. Well, I don't really know. I mean, does Fourth Year Lingus maybe puts enough pressure on? I'm going to discard Vantage end of turn. This is going to become a 4/4. The Evora card is pretty good. I mean, even I'm losing this game, but that has nothing to do with Evora. Evora is actually doing a pretty good job here. They discard a Watery Grave, so they have extra lands in hand. And Blood Chief's Thirst? No. My Evora. Not that I had much of a chance, but certainly. An Expedition map. Yeah, like, they have to have Urza Saga in their deck. Oh, Tinker. It was a Tinker package. All right, what are they tinkering for? Citadel? Blightsteel? Coveted Jewel. Okay. Coveted Jewel is a very good way to take a game you've won into a game that you might lose. Because what if I draw a Haster here? I mean, I guess if they have another creature here, all right, now an Emery. That makes it a little harder. So Candelabra, Basalt. So they are just artifacts and they just have a Psychic Frog. All right, sure. Let's draw Vivi, Magda. No, we're good. We're good. All right, so, and there's an Academy and everything. I have all my anti-artifact cards. I could play. Oh, I didn't even take the Portable Hole. I could play Loran though. Loran is a pretty nice card. And Chain Lightning seemed like it was kind of bad against them. All right. And everything else is fairly proactive. All right, I like it. On the play here, let's go. Is this better than a 5? Yeah, probably. If I can find a white source, just getting to go Remand on an early spell into Fourth Year Lingus is pretty great. Turn on a key, okay. We need to, I was going to say draw some good spells. Suplex actually one of them, so I don't even need to kill the key. I can try to kill the Grim or something like that. Psychic Frog, well, I'm definitely remanding that. That's one I didn't really want to see. All right, I think I do run the Fourth Year Lingus, because what else am I doing here? It's not like it's getting better for me. Fourth Year Lingus, and just draw some good spells. Okay. This is going to be tough. They can play Frog. I don't really have a way to stop them, but it does also... I just still get to draw one more card off Monarch this turn, and they might not be able to leverage it super effectively. Bobble. Bobble you. So, suplex that, they block, they discard 3 cards. I mean, it just, I can't stop them from keep letting their Frog survive. So I think I just pass and then draw again and hope that some of it does something. All right. Wasting my mana last turn and not being able to, and then drawing these now is unfortunate, but next turn I do get to play 2 hasters. They could also attack without giving it flying, or they could use Manifold Key, I suppose, and take the Monarch that way. I mean, they could also just attack and be okay with me chumping, but I probably would chump at that point. Play Tersa and Robber. They could also kill my thing. Oh, there's some main phase Urtai it. All right, please draw a land, or sorry, a spell, an instant. I guess I should have been more specific. Okay, well, this isn't the end of the world, but obviously not ideal the way it worked out, where I just had 4 mana not being spent. Let's start with Tersa. Discard 2 lands. Okay, Subtlety's kind of nice. And let's go Suplex. Deals 3 to Urtai. And attack with Tersa. And retake the Monarch. And pass the turn. Okay. VV also kind of good in like a high resource game. Though I guess it doesn't really look amazing here. What I maybe could set up at some point, if I get enough mana off this, then Snapcaster 4th Earlingus. I might also have to Mystic Confluence the Frog. But it really is going to depend a lot on what they do here. They're going to attack, hit for 1, take the Monarch and a card. So it's like they're drawing 2 off that. And we'll see what they've got. I also have Snap Suplex if they maybe go Tinker for Blightsteel. And I have, this looks like a Tinker to me. I mean, I have Subtlety. I can't stop that. It does make their Manifold Key start to pop off. I still have Subtlety if I need it. I probably pitch the VV at this point. I just don't have the cheap spells to make that work. Forensic Gadgeteer. I guess I should probably Subtlety that, huh? Given that they would then have infinite mana. And I can Robber of the Rich that. I assume they put it on top? Yeah, they did. I can't necessarily Robber because they have a Psychic Frog. Something to consider. Oh, do they have more plays? I really hope not. Okay. Oh, no, they drew it. Sorry, never mind. So they have the Forensic Gadgeteer coming. I could Planisphere, I could Robber. I have 7 cards in my graveyard. I could also attack and with Tersa and see what's up. I guess if I want to Snapcaster Suplex the Basalt Monolith to stop the Tersa, I think I just play Robber then. And attack, and then I just want to play a Haster so 1 removal spell doesn't stop me from taking the Monarch. All right, and I could get a freebie here. All right, let's see what Tersa exiles. The Remand. That doesn't actually do much, unfortunately. And an island on their side. All right. I don't know how likely this is to work, but Snapcaster on Suplex. Suplex, exile target artifact. Okay, come on, chill out. Hit the Basalt Monolith, and now their Gadgeteer stops and their key stops if this works. Nope, they had the mana leak. All right, I guess I'm dead. Because now they have Gadgeteer infinite mana. Unclear what they're going to use that infinite mana for, I guess. So currently they can tap Academy. I mean, it kind of depends a little on the rest of their hand anyways, but obviously infinite mana is makes a lot of things easier. All right, Coveted Jewel. Okay, and that drew a card off the clue too. I think I'm probably pretty good to concede here. Let's see, they're discarding those to Psychic Frog? What is going on? Displacer Kitten. Okay. All right, well, they had the mana leak, and that got me pretty good that game. Psychic Frog also a huge problem. Let's go to the next. All right, time for round 2. I would like to play first, and sure. I don't know. I have 2 cheap interaction spells, and if I draw any land, I get to play a Tursa on 3. Or if I draw a blue, I could even play VV if I wanted. And Tursa will dig me to stuff. All right, Overgrown Tomb. So these spells are fairly live against that, I would say. Memory Lapse, not exactly what I was hoping to draw. Lands are fine, and cheap red spells could be okay, but mostly I just want to draw any land. Okay. Malevolent Rumble, revealing. Ooh, Recurring Nightmare. They almost missed on Rumble, but they didn't hit any creatures here. They hit life, death, some other stuff. All right, land. You know, I would have thought this was an excellent draw if I drew it on turn 2. Casting it turn 3 and missing a land drop so they know that like they have to kill this thing, which they would have anyway, probably. Yeah. Not good. Okay, well, at least now if I draw a land, I can Tursa and threaten to kill Lily, though I guess they probably chump land. All right, well, I gotta Chain Lightning this since their +1 discard a big creature seems like a pretty bad spot for me to be in. I mean, the fact that it's turn 4 is still 2 lands in play is also not a good spot for me to be in, I'll admit. If I draw a land, I could kind of get back into it. At this point, they're quite ahead, though. Recurring Nightmare doesn't really do too much unless they... Oh, there's the Troll of Khazad-dûm. Okay. Land. Tursa. Maybe discard VV and Memory Lapse or Snapcaster. No, probably Memory Lapse. Draw 2. Oh, Dismember? Okay. Dismember's not bad, though. I haven't drawn a land yet, which is unfortunate. I did take 6 here, but then I get to Dismember it. And if I draw a Plains and get to hit for a bunch of damage and get the Monarch, I could actually win that way. That is contingent on them maybe not playing anything this turn, which I don't know how likely that is. Harvester, so it's just a 5/4. I mean, I say just a 5/4 when I still didn't have a land. All right, I'm ready to throw in the towel. That's fine. All right, playing as green-black mid-range. Do I want Goldspan Dragon? No, I don't think so. Let's get in there. Okay, I would like to play first. All right. I'll keep this. I can't, funnily enough, I don't want to sack Flooded Strand because I don't know if I want to get Plains or Island. Like, obviously I'm more likely to need Island, but if I draw a blue source, it's really nice to be able to get Plains. Nethergoyf. Okay, I'll probably want to end up wanting to suplex that, but for right now, let's just go Robber. Attack and exile. Green Sun Zenith. All right. Pass the turn. I just think dismembering the Nethergoyf is a lot less appealing than suplexing it and making it so it doesn't come back. And next turn I can do that plus cast Preordain, depending on what they do. Bitter Triumph. Well, we had a good run. Hit for 1. Draw. Oh. Let's just play VV. They used a pretty good removal spell on the Robber, so they might not have another way to kill this, and this can set me up for a really nice next turn. Let's see. Ursine Monstrosity. Oh yeah, this is going to be good times. So they're flip a land. I can't really attack with Nethergoyf. All right, let's draw. I'm going to start with Preordain here. Put a counter on that. Ping. Bottom Spell Pierce, I think. Yeah, top Lorien Revealed. And let's go Suplex. I think I suplexed the Nethergoyf. And then add blue, red. Cycle Lorien Revealed. Get Rafine's Tower. Play it and dismember the Ursine Monstrosity. That was a hell of a turn. All right. And then now we get to hit for 3, put them down to 9. And then I've got Pyrogoyf Confluence in hand with 4 lands here. There's nothing on the board. That was pretty cool. It took a lot of game actions that turn. Preordained, Suplex, Lorraine Revealed, Dismember. Not bad. Not bad at all. And even got white mana in our second blue with that cycling. All right. Well, it looks like Vivi's going to die, but then maybe I just slam Pyrogoyf. Though if I draw a land, I'd probably just go land go. Just wait on the Mystic Confluence, and that way if they play something, counter draw 2, and if they don't, I just draw 3 end of turn. But if I don't draw a land, I'm just going to play Pyrogoyf, of course. If this doesn't kill Vivi here, I guess I'd be a little confused. But we'll see. Okay, Bone Shards, discarding a Swamp. All right, nice. That was not even card advantage. Oh, do they have Reanimate? Reanimate the Urson Monstrosity? All right, well, I guess I should just play Pyrogoyf now. It's close to killing them, but I think just killing the Ursine Monstrosity sounds pretty good. And then if the Pyrogoyf survives, I'll probably win anyways. They have 2 cards in hand. They could Liliana me. Oh, Pillage the Bog, so they get to look at the top 8. Well, if they have another way to kill Pyrogoyf, I can still draw land for Confluence, and if I don't draw land, I'm drawing a spell, and I play Planisphere plus maybe a spell. That seems fine to me, too. All right, what do we got here? Shieldred's Edict. Yeah, they have a lot of removal, but not too worried. I'm just going to pass here. And if they don't play anything, that's fine. I'll just draw 3 end of turn. All right. Draw 3 cards. 6. Oh, Subtlety is kind of nice too. So let's go land. Let's just play Planisphere because I don't really want to discard any of these cards to Evora. So then pass the turn, leave up Subtlety and Remand. I think that's good because Subtlety is also a pretty big threat. I could have also played Evora and just left up Remand. I imagine they're going to play something this turn. Harvester of Misery. All right. This should end the game. Subtlety. All right. Going to game 3. Yeah, it's a grindy game. Maybe Goldspan's good in that sort of matchup. And I'm on the draw now. Spell Pierce seems fine. Nah, maybe Goldspan's bad. It's an expensive card against removal, and I don't think I need Detective's Phoenix either. All right. Yeah, no, this looks good to me. All right. On the draw here. Mox would be nice for getting out ahead, but this hand looks okay. Certainly don't really like mulliganing against a deck that's just trying to 1-for-1 you over and over again. Here, let's play the Bauble and play Rafine's Tower. Pass the turn, I think. Oh, actually, I should have cracked Bauble, because if I drew a blue card, I could Subtlety. There's not that many creatures I would Subtlety here. Can't Subtlety that anyway. But, oh, they have Animate Dead. Okay, well, 2 lands, not ideal. Let's just play Magda, because I think getting the treasure is better than getting a blood. It would be nice to be able to Subtlety whatever creature they're playing this turn. Or I suppose they could be playing Liliana still. Ursine Monstrosity, Crew Copter. Okay. And they're setting up Animate Dead, yeah. We could be headed for, all right, I was going to say headed for an 0-2, but we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We're not going to win if this is what we draw, but yeah, you know. The old 4 land in a row. Not bad. Let's see. I can cast Subtlety here. It'd be nice. And they have incentive to play a creature pre-combat because of Smuggler's Copter. So there's a chance I could snipe them with a Subtlety and then they can only attack with one of the 2 creatures. And then on my turn, I can play Evora. Do something else. Come on, play a creature. Thing is, if they don't play a creature, they also just get to attack with one thing. Oh my god. This is going to be the worst of all worlds. They're going to... Oh, I guess they don't have enough to animate right now. They have Reanimate instead. They do. They're getting a creature into play without letting me Subtlety it. What a beating. Okay. I mean, I'm just going to play Subtlety end of turn, but could have been a lot better than that. All right. Well, they still have Animate Dead in their hand. I get to draw and just going to attack for 8. I guess. Do I block here? What am I hoping happens if I don't? I get draw a way to kill that. Yeah, no, I should just block here. We're not racing. I'm drawing to dismember, chain lightning, that sort of thing. Oh, such a beating that they got a creature into play without playing a creature. All right, I go to 12 here. Draw. Okay. You know, that is actually a thing. And pass the turn. And I'll stop on their main phase. Let's see. First main phase, because I don't want that thing milling, so return, draw. And they can immediately get the troll back into play if they want. They're playing our Sun Monstrosity, sure. Oh, I guess they get a mill either way. I guess Evora. I'm just going to play out all my creatures here. Planisphere. And Ragavan. Pass the turn. And then they're going to hit me, and then they have to play a blocker. And if I draw like one more removal spell, maybe we're in business. Snapcaster for the Mystic Confluence. I would have enough lands with Mogda. I'd play my land attack and do that. And I can maybe assemble some decent amount of damage. Oh, if they have... That's no good. So they have Animate Troll Unknown in hand. They have Entomb in their deck, maybe. That would be enough to pretty much do it. No, Harvester, and then they're going to animate the Harvester. Sure. There we go, huh? Well, I don't think I'm winning this one either. I go to 8. I draw. Spell Pierce. All right, well. Discard to a blood. Any action? Vivi, it's time. Well, let's see. All right, I am going to drop and we'll draft again. I can't promise I'll play it all 3 rounds. We'll have to see how the deck does, but I feel like I don't want to play another game with that deck. You don't want to watch another game with that deck. But I did draft it. It was interesting. Some stuff happened. Let's just go to next. Let's do that. All right, Redemption Draft with... what are we first picking here? All right, I've got a plan. In honor of inveterate combo drafter, the Tank, I'm going to first pick a Witherblue. Hear me out. And I'm going to wheel Oath of Druids. This is what we came here for. We did not come here for optimal drafting. Though sometimes that it makes a brief appearance here and there on the channel. This will not be an example of such. A shame to pass Zagoth Triumph, but you got to make a stand. And Witherblue Apprentice, Oath that bad boy up. You got Chain in your hand. Ooh, perfection. Next pick, Prismatic Vista, Ponder, Scrubland, Grist, Flame of Anora. I'll just take Prismatic Vista. I think that's a pretty good and safe way to start any draft. Ooh, Dark Ritual. Maybe with an eye to Wheeling Bolas's Citadel. I like that. There's also Mind Twist, which obviously I'm not going to take. Fire Covenant, a Voice of Victory, but no. We are drafting Dark Ritual here and following it up with... Ooh, this is kind of close because there's Cabal Ritual, but that like always wheels. There's Ghost Vacuum. Sorin is kind of interesting with Tendrils. It's like a double Tendrils because you get to flip it and then -1 it. I'll also just lose focus, but this doesn't look like so much of a lose focus test. Pest Infestation as just like a good defensive card. You know what? Actually, I'm just going to take the Cabal Ritual, and if Sorin wheels, great, but I actually just would want to make sure no one else drafts my Storm cards. I'm not taking Berserk here. Underground Mortuary seems okay. There's also Fatal Push. Fatal Push is pretty great. Yeah, maybe I just take that. I think that you can't really go too wrong with Fatal Push here. Nor can you go wrong with fourth pick and Cabal Ritual, of course. Ooh, and here we go. Doomsday time. I have the Dark Ritual, I have the Cabal Ritual. Oh yeah. There's also Lutri, Preordain, Overgrown Tomb, I wouldn't mind, but we're taking Doomsday. This is what we came here to do. You don't fourth pick Cabal Ritual if you're not willing to six pick the Doomsday. It just doesn't make sense to do otherwise. Now there's him and Shallowgrave. There's also Thopter Foundry as an additional combo. But I think him is a pretty good anti-counterspell card. So let's just take him. I think what's one of the advantages to being like close to mono black. Blood Crypt or Dark Confidant. I actually kind of like Dark Confidant. I think that one can be pretty strong in this sort of deck. Oh, I like where we're headed. This deck looks nice. All right, the Oath did come back. Is that better? I should probably just take Infernal Grasp. I feel like that's actually going to be better for what I'm doing, especially now that I picked up Dark Confidant and I don't have any other big creatures or animates or anything like that. And then here, it's a late Fiery Confluence, but I think I could see Gristing. Grist for the mill. I mean, we'll see. Oh, now I'll take the Mind Twist. Like, I'll have you know, I'm taking Mind Twist. We do have a bunch of discard now, but that's okay. I actually feel like with multiple rituals, Mind Twist can be pretty nice. Green-black combo? Is that where we're headed? So far, that is. All right. And then here, oh, definitely Sunken Ruins. If I'm going to want Thassa's Oracle in my deck for Doomsday, Sunken Ruins is perfect. You might even put this in a Doomsday pile. That could definitely happen. Yeah, not playing any of these cards at all. I guess I could take Berserk because it's a green card. Sure. Okay. This is a good start to a deck. And then here, oh, Overgrown Tomb. Perfect over Rafine's Tower. All right, well, yeah, that worked out nice. Now there's a Mox. Sure, I'll take Mox Emerald. There's also Mana Vault. Doesn't obviously never comes back. Unearth actually could be good in this kind of deck. If you get Oracle, and even with like Witherbloom Apprentice, like unearthing that is a pretty legit play. So let's take the Mox here and see if we can find some good stuff. Okay, so there's Hull Breacher, there's Metamorphosis Fanatic, there's Archon of Cruelty, there's Yawgmoth's Will. There's Mana Drain, I suppose. I mean, Yawgmoth obviously is the card I want most. Archon is nice if I get Reanimator stuff. Shallowgrave is gone. Oath is gone, but that doesn't matter too much. Hull Breacher is nice if I end up with Draw 7s, and this deck would play Draw 7s. I kind of feel like I can wheel Yawgmoth, but it's also the card I want most, for sure. You know what? I'm just going to take Yawgmoth. I'm just going to take the card I want most. I feel like I just don't want to have this not work out. Oh, I'll take Duress. This looks like a fantastic place for Duress over Night's Whisper and Bloodstained Mire. It's just like, if I'm screwed if I don't get Yawgmoth back, I should just take the Yawgmoth, and if one of those other cards comes back, great. I guess I could have taken Archon and I'd have Corpse Dance now, but I think I'll just take Underground Sea. I will want Thassa's Oracle in this deck. You know, that would be a really nice one to find. Freebooter versus Soul Guide. I kind of want to just take Soul Guide. Cantrips are good with Doomsday. I don't like Freebooter when you don't have very many other creatures in your deck. It's okay, but it's also so much worse than the Bat. Not that you know, the Bat being good makes Freebooter worse, but if I'm going to use one of those slots, I'd rather just take a Bat. Though here, I like Grief, though. Sensei's Top is pretty broken. It's good with Bob, it's good with Grist, it's good with Prismatic Vista, it's good with Doomsday. It's just a messed up card. It's a late Stock Up, too. Stock Up is really good. Oh, wow, Thoughtseize. Yeah, I'll take Thoughtseize over Snuff Out. And the Riddler. The Riddler would be kind of nice. All right, this deck, not sure what we're doing exactly, but I like it. Lion's Eye Diamond would be a fantastic pickup. All right, and here, there's Liliana, but I don't think Liliana does much for me. I think I'm just going to take Manamorphose. I like that one. Manamorphose does some cool stuff. I'm playing green, so I can cast that part. Again, it's good at casting Doomsday or post-Doomsday. It's great with Yawgmoth. We're comboing now. And here, ooh, it's a late Bronco, really late Atroxa, Malcolm, and Unearth. I could just take the Atroxa. I just have no way to discard it. I kind of just want Unearth. I feel like Unearth can be good in these kinds of decks. Oh, Archon came back. I guess I'll take Archon over Metamorphosis Fanatic. I don't think I want that one. And I'm not sure what I'm doing with anything. Oh, it's funny, I just passed the Atroxa. Well, like I said, we'll see where we end up. Now, ooh, Night's Whisper, I will take that. Mono black combo? I mean, we kind of are doing it. It'd be nice to see. Look, I could have taken Archon and wheeled Yogwell, but I took Yogwell and safe knowing I have this card, and then Archon coming back. Maybe it does something, maybe it doesn't. Imagine taking Archon, not wheeling Yogwell, and not having anything to do with Archon. Though actually picking up Corpse Dance is kind of nice. All right, well we've got Archon Corpse Dance. We don't have a way to put it in the graveyard, but now Entomb is live. Sure, Atroxa would have been nice. What did I take over Atroxa? Unearth? Yeah, I mean, that I think makes sense. All right, well, I'll take Freebooter there. This Grist also doesn't really look particularly great. I just don't think it's really doing much for me. And Lion's Eye Diamond is definitely on my hit list. I'll take a Wastewood Verge. It does tap for the wrong color initially. You'd rather it tap for black, but that's not what this one in the cycle does, and I think it's still probably fine. It's not like I have a lot of green cards, but Manamorphose is important, and if I get a Chain of Smog, Witherbloom is going to be really nice. Last pick, Riddler. Okay, I'll probably play that. It seems pretty good. A lot of stuff you can do with the Riddler here. Okay. Any Lotuses? If there ever was a time, this deck would use Lotus better than most. Lion's Eye Diamond would still be a really nice pickup. Thassa's Oracle would be something I'm very interested in. I guess ways to discard. Oh, like Entomb would be great, or Tutors. That is one thing I don't have. I have a lot of my bases covered. I have like Duress, Thoughtseiz's Hymn, Mind Twist, a lot of discard, Infernal Grasp, and Fatal Push for creature removal. Bob, Freebooter, some of those things that are good. But I haven't completed any combos. So let's see what we get. Kind of a rough open. I guess I'll just take Verdant. It's a pretty great land for me. Nothing else here is very good. So I'm not getting Lotus. Well, LED is still good. And then here, well, I could take Necromancy. I could take Deluge. Deluge is kind of nice. I don't need Necromancy that badly. Don't really care for any of these other cards. I could have taken Thopter. I could take Counterspell. I guess I actually do kind of have the mana for Counterspell. But I think Deluge is still just going to be better for me. Okay, now there's a Chrome Mox. There's a Jace, but that's a tough way to win with Doomsday in this deck. I don't think I want to do that. I kind of think I just take Chrome Mox. I really need to find Thassa's Oracle or Chain of Smog, but I could also take Bitter Triumph to discard Archon. But Chrome Mox looks really good in this deck, so I'm going to do that. Now there's Brain Freeze, which gives me a win condition with Yogwell over Barrogoy, Fallen Shinobi, Chromatic Star. Yeah, I'll take the Brain Freeze. I want to have outs of actually winning the game, and this deck currently is going to struggle with that a little bit. Still 4 cards left, so if I just pick up, easy, Underworld Breach, Chain of Smog, Thassa's Oracle, and Lion's Eye Diamond. There we go. Somehow, I think that is not what's going to happen, but, you know, one can hope. I don't think I want to play the Soul Guide very much right now. None of the above. Oh. These cards don't even do anything. I guess I'll take a Starting Town? Wow. Rough packs. This combo missing in pack 3 is not where you want to be. We didn't have anything kind of nailed down. So it's tough because it's so hard to get Doomsday to work in this cube because there's no Demonic Consultation, so you don't have like an extra backup with Oracle. But we kind of have all the pieces except Oracle here, and I could have taken the Jace. It just didn't seem like that was going to be good. Okay, there's a Wish Claw, a Life Death, a Jace Vryn's Prodigy. I think Wish Claw, there's a Probe. No, I should take Probe. Wish Claw, first of all, wheels some of the time. There's a couple stinkers in this deck, but Probe with Yogwell is just too good. I think this deck is going to struggle more at getting Storm Count than it is tutoring, especially when I have like a Doomsday, Top, Night's Whisper, Manamorphose, Probe. I have a decent amount of ways to look at cards. All right, 2 more new packs. Entomb Oracle. There we go. That'd be great. Well, there's the Sedgemoor Witch, but no Chain of Smog. There's Mystical Tutor. I guess I will take Mystical. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to take now. There's also Bone Shards, but this Mystical might just help us out here. Train of Smog, anything? Pillage the Bog. I don't think I want Emperor Bones because I just don't think I'm going to play Archon. So I'll just take Pillage as another tutor. Okay, so the Witherbloom also doesn't work. Oh man, this is just going to be Brain Freeze or Bust here. Unless Jace wheels, which it could. I just had higher hopes, than that. There's a Grave Titan. Spara's headquarters is blue-green technically. Retrofitter, Containment Priest. It's Wasteland, but I don't think I really want that. I guess I'll take Grave Titan. Baleful Strix Wield, okay. I think I'd rather have that than Sink into Stupor. Right now it says 15 lands plus Chromox and Mox Emerald, sure. So how am I winning? I guess I'm assembling all my rituals and Manamorphose and brain freezing them. And what is this Doomsday doing for me? It's assembling Yogwill, Brain Freeze, Ritual. No, Manamorphose doesn't really work because you deck yourself. Ritual plus something. Oh, Jace Wielder Mysteries. Okay. It did come back. All right, well, this Doomsday now, I guess, gets a new lease on life because it's going to involve Manamorphose a lot of the time, but I still can cast Jace. So Unearth is not necessary at this point in time. All right. I guess if the Bone Splinters wheels, I could consider playing Archon. But this is 15 land plus those two. Yeah, all right. We got a deck. Let's see how this one works. My guess is not well, but really I was just a Lion's Eye Diamond and an Entomb and a Thassa's Oracle and an Underworld Breach short. And what I mean is I didn't need all of those, but like any one or two of those would have made this deck quite a bit better. It had a lot of the tools you need to be good, but this is the risk of combo. Sometimes you just miss one key card and your deck is a lot worse. All right, I mean, Wishclaw, sure. See, look, we're getting a lot of these for free. I guess I'll take Freebooter out because I have Duress and Thoughtseize, and it's much better at that. Sedgemoor Witch, I don't think I want that. I could play Witherbloom as just like a drain one. I don't think I want to. All right. I don't have very many green cards, but I think probably can afford a forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue sources. And this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, I don't need a green source. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green sources already. All right. Take away that. Add another blue. All right. Oh, I even get one more. All right. Add another black then. Let's get in there. Let's see how this one does, huh? All right. Time for game one. I'll definitely keep this on the draw, unfortunately, but turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Bob. It's a classic opening. Deleted Halfling. A little unfortunate. Let's Thoughtseize. I don't know if I need to probe here. Elvish Mystic and Ice Till Explorer. Well, I'll take the Ice Till Explorer. Pass the turn. So they have... They're going to play Commercial District Elvish Mystic this turn, most likely. And I will play Dark Confidant. I mean, you should probably play a land. Flooded Strand. Mystical Tutor. Well, not much to do with that yet. At some point, maybe I'll Mystical for Ritual or something. And I could probe, but I kind of want to save it for Storm Count if I have a good play. I guess next turn, if I need to find something, I might probe. We'll see. They kept their card on top. I don't love that. I don't want to see like a Minsk and Boo this turn. That'd be tough. Next turn, I'm probably going to Mind Twist for 2. Might form Harmonizer. They warped it? What in the world? Why would you warp that instead of just casting it? So you can attack for 2? That is bizarre, but okay. Revealed Infernal Grasp. Now I just go Mind Twist for 2. They're 2 lands, sure. And I'll attack. Though I guess I don't have Tendrils in my deck, so maybe attacking doesn't even do much. They're going to play their Might Form Harmonizer and maybe attack me for 1. Maybe attack me. Oh, they drew a Legend? What did they draw? Ooh, Sika's Chariot? That's rough. I was ready to kill the Might Form Harmonizer, but now things are a little worse, alright? Revealed the Deluge, huh? Alright, well. That's going to make it so I'll attack with Bob. They can... I revealed Deluge, so there's just no shot they're going to animate and block, which is kind of funny, because if I hadn't revealed Deluge, they might. Now, of course, they're going to do that. Deluge for 2. Play top. So if they draw a land, they can play Might Form Harmonizer and hit me for 4. They did not draw a land. I guess I'll upkeep, spin top. The rest Chrome Moxie. What do I do here? I could Mystical to get out of these draws. That's probably fine. And I could pick Knight's Whisper, Hymn to Turok, Fatal Push, Duress. Nah, none of these seem that good. Maybe I just take Dark Ritual. Not really that close to Pillaging. Yeah, I kind of think a lot of my wins come from Dark Ritual, so let's just draw for turn. Pass the turn. Kind of want to leave Grasp up so I don't take a hit for 4 from Chariot. Okay. Cub, huh? Yeah, I think I kill that now. And then upkeep, spin top. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Okay, so let me see here. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw with top, draw Jace, play Wastewood Verge, play Jace by using the power of Sunken Ruins. And then I do want to draw top, so I'm going to mill them for 2. And then now they can, if they draw land, they can animate Chariot, and they can hit me down to 1 or Jace down to 1. And it's not like I love that. They effectively have a haste creature already, so it's kind of the same either way. They hit Jace down to 1. That doesn't really make sense, I don't think. Let's draw. Because it has the same kind of loyalty as me. I can Brain Freeze myself for 12? I could also... I'm going to die next turn, so let's just probe... Oh, can into Manamorphose? Okay. Ritual. I'm going to wait on Jace here for a second. Manamorphose. Blue-black. Actually, should I float a green? I probably should, just in case I Yogg will. I want to spin top. I'll spin top after this. I think the last thing you want to do is spin top. I milled Doomsday. Sure. Play top. And I just need to find anything that draws me a card. Oh, I found the Yogg. That's got to do it. Tap Yogg. Tap this to draw. Land. Yogg, leaving a green floating, actually. And then add blue-black. And go Dark Ritual. And so if you would draw a card with no cards in your deck, you win. So Brain Freeze myself for all of it. It all gets exiled. All right, all right. Yeah, this is actually working just fine. And then cast Manamorphose. Add blue, and boom. All right. That was nice. That was nice. I mean, I have the Deluge in. That's basically what I want. I guess I could put in... I could take out Duress. It looks kind of bad against all their creatures. And then maybe I just put in Grave Titan, because sometimes I'll just Dark Ritual with Grave Titan. Yeah, that seems legit to me. Could also put in Grist, but it's kind of bad against all their big 4-power tramplers and whatnot. All right. That was a sick game. This hand looks good. I get to set up a nice Deluge. They play a Mana Dork here. Yep. And so what land do I play first, I guess? just starting town. I don't mind drawing land, so I don't need to play this Vista. Sunken Ruins, I told you, really good in this deck. They play their Besedu, so they don't have tons of lands. Into Sentinel. Okay, let's draw. I think what I do here is oh, actually, no. Oh, I already messed up. I'm going to warp the Riddler, but what I think I'm supposed to do is actually play Vista, I guess, and crack it for blue. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just drew Overgrown Tomb. I mean, the net result is maybe I take 1 extra damage, but obviously you don't want to take too much extra. They revealed Ignoble Hierarch. So I'm going to take 4 this turn, maybe 5, and I'm hoping that I can kill 1 more creature. But I'm okay if this is it. It looks like it is. All right. Well, and they mill the land with their commercial district, and I take 4. I could also Infernal Grasp the Sentinel. They revealed Might Form Harmonizer. And they milled it. Okay. All right. Land. Nice. Let's just deluge here for 6. Yep. Pass the turn. No plays. They were looking for a land, but they didn't want Copperline Gorge. They wanted an untapped land. Crop rotation? They have an Ancient Tomb or something? No, they're just going to trop. Into what? Into Oko. Oh, sure. Could ritual out the Riddler. Yeah, maybe that's better. I'm not going to get down to 0 cards anyway, so I think doing that sounds good. Pass the turn. I think they're most likely to Oko my thing, not make their thing into a food. And then next turn I can pillage or suspend the pillage and leave up removal or cast Night's Whisper. I don't know. I've got a lot of options. I have 4 cards in hand, none of which is a land, and they crop rotated to get that trop. So, oh, interesting. Okay. Attack Oko. And let's go Night's Whisper. Do we have a counter? Oh, Hull Breacher. Okay. Man, let's Infernal Grasp the Hull Breacher. Draw 2 off Night's Whisper. All right. And I ended up, once the whole, I guess what I actually should have done is just float the extra black and then just kill the food token here. So, because I'm going to end up taking extra damage for really no reason, which is kind of going to cost me. I actually broke even on the Prismatic Vista play because I've never had to play the Vista, but I took 1 extra here, and the difference between 3 and 4 here is pretty big. I mean, I do get to pillage the bog next turn, which is nice. All right. Land. Cast Pillage the Bog. What can I do with this, though? 3. I could get Yogwill. Yeah, all right. I'll get Yogwill, and I'll pass the turn here. And they can make a 3/3 as long as they don't have a haster, which they very easily could. Then I might be okay here. Yeah. My extra damage. I'm curious if because I was going to brain freeze myself for 6 here. Let's see, I would have flipped Mind Twist, Wish Claw, Chromox. Yeah, I don't block. Take it. So then I would draw, I would either go Yogwill. I don't think that quite does it. Though I did give myself a little bit less of a chance. All right. Yeah. I don't think I want Grist. Don't think I want Witherbloom. Don't think I want Archon. I think I'm ready to go. All right. I would like to play first. And I'll keep. I don't think I have a mystical target on turn 1. I'm just going to him on turn 2, I think. I mean, I guess I could mystical for Mind Twist, him on turn 2, so they go to 4 cards. Yeah, you know what? Actually, that seems kind of okay. Let's try that. Mind Twist. Draw. Verge. Oh, no. Don't want to play Baleful Strikes. Want to go him. And then hope that I got 2 cheap cards. Nice. Hope that Mind Twist for 3 next turn closes the door. Ignoble, okay. And then they're going to go to no cards in hand. All right, well, I kind of like this. Don't need to even play the probe right now, I don't think. Mind Twist for 3, boom. Doing big things. Hit Legolas's quick reflexes, Thornspire Verge, beside you. All right. And now it's their 4 lands. Well, 2 lands, 2 hierarchs, and their Surveil 1. Ooh. If they find a 4-drop here, okay, they mill the Llanowar Elves. If they find a 4-drop here, a legendary spell, they just Oko'd me? Okay. Well, not ideal. That's better than the cards they had in hand, so that's classic discard. Draw. Oh, Night's Whisper. Because I kind of want to hit a land drop this turn. Yeah, let's probe. Because if I draw a land... Ooh. Okay. Ah, man, Oko, though. I was going to say Grave Titan could kind of deal with Oko, but it's really not. I'm definitely going to block here. See, if I draw a land, no. I need Chrome Mox to just be a normal land. Tireless Tracker, well, that just kind of sweetens the pot, so I don't mind that. Let's go Deluge. X equals 2. Yeah, I needed this to have been a land that I drew last turn, and I could Cabal Ritual Grave Titan here. Chrome Mox is being spectacularly bad right now. Okay, so I get to Grave Titan now. Yeah, I'm going to Cabal Ritual Grave Titan. The reason I want to do that instead of playing Chrome Mox is Cabal Ritual in my graveyard is much better. Look, they can turn my Grave Titan into a 3/3, but then I get to attack Oko for 7, and then Fatal Push the food token. It's funny that a 6-drop against Oko is not even that bad of a fight for Oko, but Oko is a famously good anti-creature planeswalker. You kind of do have to turn the Grave Titan into an elk. Yeah. To land and go. Okay. Oh, the Riddler? Nice. All right. Attack with all creatures, Oko. Let's go Mox. No imprint. And I'm just going to cast the Riddler. I could get more cards off of waiting, but getting this down, if they have Hull Breacher, it's really annoying. Getting this down, drawing 2 seems a lot better than spending 2 mana and doing that. And then it also makes it so much more likely I can actually kill Oko. Deluge into a Ritualed Out Grave Titan is actually kind of going to get the job done here, what it looks like. Okay, so they get to play their 4-drop. Might form Harmonizer, sure. Let's draw. Land. Top. This can kill Oko, so I think. Oh, Oko top Quantum Riddler? That's actually disgusting. All right, let's plot the Pillage of the Bog. And then just draw with top. Draw 2. And then Fatal Push the Might Form Harmonizer. Attack Oko, attack my opponent, and then keep the 2/2s back and they can trade or not. Top Quantum Riddler. What a combo. The Riddler, the real deal, I would say. All right, so they have no cards in hand. I'm kind of just dominating here. This is great. Overworld Oddity, sure. I mean, oh, really? All right, well, I'm just going to double block here. The Oddity is just so much more dangerous moving forward. I take 7, I take 3 down to 7, draw. Let's play Starting Town and then cast Pillage. Doomsday, Infernal Grasp, Jace. I'm just going to take Infernal Grasp, funnily enough. Play Mox. Smash for 7, and I think just past the turn. I don't really think fiddling with the top is necessary, and then I'll Infernal Grasp their token. Did they top deck Questing Beast? Minsk and Boo? It's funny. They might think that they actually top decked the win, but they did not. All right. Let them attack me with both. So now I can Infernal Grasp Boo. Go to 2. I'm not even going to bother. I don't even need to fiddle with the Riddler top. Attack my opponent. For 7. Boom. Riddler and Grave Titan, the dynamic duo. All right. We got one on the board for today. Love it. All right. I would like to play first, and this will probably wrap it up. We'll see if I might play another round, but I don't know how much bad combo I can take in one day. I'm on the play. I mean, I'm just going to keep it turn 2. Dark Confidant on the play and hope that draws me an extra card, maybe 2. I don't really think that mulling it makes too much sense. Here's where my kingdom for a Mox Emerald. Turn 1 Bob. I've had plenty of games where I have turn 1 Bob. It is good, I'll tell you that much. Turn 2 Pillage. Sunken Ruins, once again. Looking pretty good next to this Jace. That was a nice little pickup. Turn 1 Library. Well, all right. That's going to make things a little trickier. Hopefully they don't have an answer to Dark Confidant. Well, they don't have any Force of Wills or Subtleties because they didn't do it in respawn. It's not necessarily true. Oh, no. The Dream. 1-drop removal right after a library? Unfortunate. Oh, so I Mind Twist them for 2, and it doesn't stop them from librarying. All right, well, in that case, I'm going to Riddle and hope to draw Duress or Thoughtseize, and then next turn Mind Twist for 3 to take them off library. Fatal Push. Okay, it's not nothing. It'd be nice if they played a cheap creature here. They do have to play something or discard to hand size. Landcycler? Oh, it's Ragavan, and they didn't want to dash it. Interesting. All right, well, Fatal Push it. Drawing Fatal Push was pretty nice, given that this is kind of how this played out. Don't have like the highest hopes for this, given they didn't dash Ragavan to leave blue mana up, but I will Mind Twist them for 3. Okay, they drew in response. Oh, and I hit Voidwalker, Snapcaster, Xander's Launch. All right. So they look like Grixis mid-range. Now they either have to wait or just be off library. It looks like they're choosing to be off library. Kitesail Freebooter. You know, it's not so bad they take the Jace, because I can just play the Riddler next turn. And I assume they're going to take the Jace. I have a couple ways to kill Kitesail Freebooter. Island into FOMO. All right. Toxic Deluge looking nice now. Let's see what I draw. Prismatic Vista. So I could play to the Riddler. I think I will play the Riddler. It's just so much more mana efficient. Oh, I ended up playing a Forest. That's funny. All right. Well, let's just play the Riddler. I guess I counted my green sources. Oh, I do want to wait and not play the Probe, because if I can get down to 1 card, Probe draws me 2 cards instead with Riddler. And if they kill Riddler this turn, I'll Probe next turn. It's not like I missed out on playing anything. I guess it lets me get duressed, but I don't think that's a major concern. I mean, they should definitely take the Probe, though. I don't have the green for Pillage the Bog. It's obviously bad for them if I do draw the green, but if you take Pillage and then I just play land and start drawing 2 off Riddler just on my draw step, that's pretty bad. No plays. All right. I'm just going to pass. I don't really win off damage, so I don't think it matters much. I think if they do nothing, I'm just going to Dark Ritual end of turn. It's basically like cycling the Dark Ritual because the Riddler will then proc, but obviously I have to wait for them to just pass and do nothing here. Dark Ritual. All right, draw. Oh. Huh. I guess I'm going to play Chrome Mox. And I can either Manamorphose. Do I want 2 random cards or do I want to pillage? I guess I probably just want to pillage, right? Feels like choosing from the 1 card from the top 12 is better than 2 random. Like I could Yogg-Will here, but that doesn't... Well, Yogg-Will's kind of interesting. Yogg-Will, Ritual, Mind Twist, Fatal... Yeah, you know what? That actually does kind of a lot. So let's see. Yogg-Will. Hope they don't have... I mean, they haven't counted anything so far. Probe, pay the life, draw 2. Would like to know what's in their hand. Subtlety, Troll of Khazad-dûm, and land. Okay. Dark Ritual. Prismatic Vista, actually. I haven't even played that. Nice. Mind Twist you for 2. And I mean, I assume they play Subtlety in response. It'd be kind of weird not to. So I don't really need a Mind Twist for 3. Subtlety has not been very good at countering things this turn, and then they can cycle the Troll to thin their deck. And now I'm at 17, going to 16. I could play Bob, or I could play Fatal Push, or I could play Baleful Strix from hand and draw 2. I'm going to get to Deluge next turn, but I feel like just... No, maybe just play Bob, actually. Pass the turn. This goes badly if they draw exactly removal for Quantum Riddler, but I think otherwise is pretty good. Evora, that does not do anything. In fact, that's great, because that's just another card that's going to die to Toxic Deluge in a second here. All right, I'm going to reveal Mox Emerald. Nice. Mox. Let's go. Deluge X equals 3. Bob goes away. Everything else goes away. And I guess I don't need to play Baleful Strix yet. I kind of want to wait on Baleful Strix until I can Riddler. And I think I'll mill myself here. Play Overgrown Tomb. And hit. Though I guess I guess I could have tapped differently to play Strix here. That'll be good next turn too. All right, they're going to use Blood. Discard Sunken Runes, draw a card, and our Sultai control deck is once again doing pretty well. Oh, Pyroglyph. Kill my Jace? Okay, that's actually kind of annoying, because... I don't have a good way to win now? All right, let's play Strix and draw 2. I don't want to actually play that. I want to set up... probably a Brain Freeze here. Yeah, that's just likely going to be it. Let's spin the top, see Cabal Ritual Duress. All right, yeah, let's try to set up a Brain Freeze. Because right now, yeah, I can just Brain Freeze for 18 next turn, I would imagine. Okay, so draw. Not even getting any Riddler value. Draw. Thoughtseize? Any Thoughtseize? Huh, I took their Force of Will, that's funny. I have 8 cards in graveyard, so now I can go Cabal Ritual. Sensei's Top. Draw. Duress, Wish Claw, Brain Freeze you for 18. The Riddler coming through. That kind of dominated that game, not gonna lie. Playing against Grixis mid-range doesn't really make me want Grave Titan. Doesn't make me want Soul Guide. Not really either. Duress does seem good still. All right, let's do it. All right, on the draw. Yeah, sure. Don't love the hand and really don't want to see Eternal Library. Luckily did not. But I don't think I'm supposed to mull that hand. Night's Whisper's not bad. I need my boy. I need the Riddler. I get to play turn 2 Bob here. And if they answer it, so be it. And if they don't, you can draw some cards. And if they do answer it, and then they start playing some creatures, then I get to play Deluge and Night's Whisper. I have a lot of life payment cards. That's a little annoying. All right. Ragavan hits and takes Verdant Catacombs. Yeah, sure. I'm going to play Bob. And if they play Ragavan, I might be able to block. But they might not do that. They might try to... I guess if they have a 1-mana removal spell or a land and a 2-mana removal spell, they can kill it and Ragavan. But some amount of the time, they just kill it instead. And then next turn, I can go Night's Whisper plus. If they want to trade in a treasure to dash, that also is fine. There are some cards that, if they got hit like Yogg-Will or Brain Freeze, that'd be annoying. Swamp, all right. That's not so bad either. Island. Night's Whisper. Hey, okay. No, don't be a Duress first. Well, there goes that, huh? Yeah, now they get to Ragavan me again. I mean, given that they're not hitting spells to play, it's not that bad. They're paying 2 mana to deal 2 and put a treasure into play. That's not actually very good. But once they hit a spell, like Probe, for example, then it becomes a lot worse. They basically hit a free card. Next turn, I'm just going to play Jace and kind of hope that that's good enough. Hope they don't have a way to kill it. Because I don't really have much else going on. Psychic Frog, interesting. Wishclaw Talisman, I think I have to Deluge the frog away. Deluge for 6? I don't know. If I just play Jace, it doesn't really do anything, so. Yeah. I am pretty dead at this point, I would imagine. I go to 4 here. They have a bunch of cards in their hand. Let's see what they hit. Hymn to Turok. I only have 1 card in my hand. It's Jace. I guess since I played Swamp last turn, if they hymn the island and not the Jace, I could lose that. Let's see. Cycle Troll. Land. Him and Dothy Voidwalker. And then him. Nice. I got my Jace and my Wishclaw. All right. We are dead. On to game 3. All right, well, let's get in there. I don't think I want Grave Titan would be like the only consideration. All right, on the play. Let's do it. Turn 1 Dark Confidant. I could Thoughtseize first, but it's just so much better just to play turn 1 Bob. If they don't have Force of Will or Unholy Heat, then we start clocking. Or Fatal Push? No, Cecil Dark Knight. Okay, that's fine. And let's go Thoughtseize. Pretty much have to do that, I think. Baleful Strix, Remand, Mind Collapse, Troll. I think I'll take Baleful Strix. I don't really care about most of that stuff. And I'm just going to wait on Pillaging the Bog past the turn. They can leave up Remand. When they leave up Remand, I'll probably plot the Pillage the Bog. And they can hit, and then we both take 2, and then I could attack back, but if they go to 10 off this, it turns into a 4/4 lifelink. So I do need to have an answer before then. Did they draw anything else? Nope. All right. Reveal, brain freeze. All right. Let's. I have an Infernal Grasp now, so at some point I'll just kill the Cecil, I guess. Then play a land and plot Pillage the Bog. Take that. Remand. They didn't even cycle Troll. Huh. Okay. So we each take 2. I wish I had Tendrils to do something here, but unfortunately not. Mountain, and did they draw a play, or are they going to leave up Remand still? Duress would be a nice pickup. They might be mind collapsing the Bob. You know, that wouldn't be the end of the world, honestly. Puts them down a land, and then they cycle the Troll. They get Xander's Lounge. Okay, let's draw. Land. Let's cast Doomsday. I assume they're going to remand it. They could not. And I can set up a Doomsday pile that hopefully wins regardless of that. I mean, and then they just leave up remand. Yeah, they're going to remand it here. And that's fine. Pass the turn. I've got Pillage the Bog up next turn. I'm probably going to just kill the Cecil here. It doesn't really make sense to me to get hit again. Because in next hit, this is just going to become the 4/4 anyways. Okay, so they can play Xander's Lounge. And then I guess I can go for it here. All right. So, Knight's Whisper land. Go to 9. So if I cast Doomsday, I could then set up a Jace win next turn, not the same turn. Let's just cast Pillage the Bog. See what we see. Any Riddlers? And it's possible that I can also go like Pillage into Yogwill, Knight's Whisper, Brain Freeze myself, and try to set up a Yogwill of some kind, especially if I draw a Ritual or something off of Knight's Whisper. It's possible I actually wanted a Knight's Whisper first to see what the 2 random cards are. Yeah, that might be better, though, if I hit Riddler or something off this. Oh, now I could just hit Jace. Why don't I just take Jace and then cast Jace here. See if it resolves. Okay. I'll mill 2 myself. I really don't want to mill Yogwill. That's the only card I would care about milling. And then I think I will just cast Knight's Whisper. No reason to wait. Oh, okay. Dark Ritual Yogwill. All right, I think I've got a win here. And they've got a lot of things they have to deal with because they have to kill the Jace. But if they do spend resources killing Jace, I get to go top, Ritual, Brain Freeze myself, Yogwill, something along those lines. And they could have Bitter Triumph here. That's a way to kill Jace. And then I get to, Cabal Ritual would also be nice, a nice find. We're going to pass the turn. Interesting. Oh, I could just Mind Twist them. Why don't I just do that? Mind Twist you for 4. Snapcaster Mage. Oh, Snapcaster Remand. All right. It's a little annoying because now they have a counter and they get to attack. Let's Jace myself. True Land as a tap line. Milled Cabal Ritual. Actually, I'll play the top here. All right, well, assuming they don't kill me here, which it's not that easy to do, I think next turn I should be able to win the game here. And if I go Mind Twist, Ritual, man, maybe I Mind Twist for like 1 or 2 to start with. Ritual, Yogg Will, and then Yogg Will with Jason play, Brain Freeze in hand. Easily enough spells to win the game. I just need to make sure, basically, that they're not going to stop me. All right, Snapcaster. It's not even clear who the Snap attacks. Yeah, attacks me. So I am a little leery of casting Thoughtseize from the graveyard or anything like that. And to consider, okay. 3 cards in hand. I'm a little worried about a counterspell. Oh, they binned their Voidwalker. I hope this isn't Time Walk. They could also have Animate Dead to bring back the Voidwalker. That they do. Well, that makes things a little tougher, but isn't the end of the world. Okay, let's go Chromox. Imprint Doomsday. Mind Twist for 2. Dark Ritual, Yogg Will. Cabal Ritual. Yeah. I mean, can I Mind Twist for 3? So if I Mind Twist for 3, then I go Ritual Will. Ritual. Yeah, all right. So I think I can go Mind Twist for 3 here. Subtlety, Oculus. All right. Go Ritual. This at blues. Colorless. Yogg Will. And Cabal Ritual with Threshold here. Despite the thing. And then Brain Freeze myself for 15. Ooh, and use Jace. This deck doesn't win easy, but it did win. I could also Brain Freeze them for a bunch. I could have Brain Freeze them out, but there's just really no need to do that because now I have Jace. I even have, oh, I guess top doesn't actually do the thing because it puts itself on top, so you can't deck yourself with top. But Brain Freeze myself down to nothing. +1 Jace. And that is a wrap. Let's do it. Yeah, you can let it resolve. Boom, and there we go. All right. Well, if I'm 2-0, I gotta close this one out. All right, time for round 3. Gotta go for the 3-0. I'll keep this, and well, we've got some decent interaction. This deck has done a surprisingly good job just kind of playing fair, or at least fair-ish before combo finishing. The Riddler goes a long way. Mind Twist has been decent, though. Ooh. Currency Convert, I do not like seeing that. They did mulligan, but my deck is pretty soft to Currency Converter. I just have 4 discard spells, so I'm not thrilled to see it. And there's the Riddler itself. Let's just Baleful Strix, though. Get on the board. Pass the turn. Yeah, I mean, I think unlike last time I played against Currency Converter, I'm just going to fire off a big Mind Twist. And you didn't even use Converter here? What's going on? Wow, why do people do this? I think I just Riddle. I don't think I need to play Wishclaw here. Oh, they have a counterspell? Sure. Oh, Mana Drain? I guess that explains the Converter to no land play. Mana Drain? All right. That was fair. Oh, well, they're firing off the Converter with the first mount, so that's not too scary. This looks like the kind of matchup where I eventually just manually Brain Freeze them for 15 at the end of their turn or something along those lines. They discarded a Dam, sure. And then have Shorikai Genesis Engine, and they can use it. Whoa, look at that with their Currency Converter. They're going off. Discard Winds of Abandon, so they're like blue-white control. Nice. I don't really want to Mystical for anything. Let's go land. I think I just get another Swamp here. Play Wishclaw. Pass the turn. Oh, Spell Pierce? Dang. Mana Drain Spell Pierce. Don't like the look of this. This does not seem good. I get to draw 2. I get to Mystical. God, I could Mystical for Night's Whisper, I guess. Well, I still do think if they're going to be pretty slow, they're not like playing an Academy and a candelabra and just like going big. Oh, I'm pretty happy to block because that stops them from crewing the Shorikai. I guess I could kill Shorikai if they crewed it, but still. Now let's just draw Sensei's Top, huh? All right. Pass the turn, and I don't really want to spin the top here because even if I see a land, I'm not going to want to just tap top to draw. I'm happy with them just drawing more cards. I feel like I actually just am going to brain freeze them out this game. Barring them playing a significantly faster clock than what they have in play, they've already drawn down to 20 cards. I'm going to probably fire off a Mind Twist here. Now the Currency Converter Mind Twist interaction doesn't really matter very much because they have so many cards under the converter, so not really gated by that. All right, and spin. Okay, Duress, Emerald, Verge, and I'm going to Fatal Push just so they can't get too close to crewing that thing. Draw Verge, land, Mind Twist you for 3. I don't want to use up Cabal Ritual because I'm actually going to need that for my Brain Freeze, which honestly might come next turn. We'll see what they do. Force of Negation. They have a lot of cards I don't want to see, I'll be honest. Well, next turn, if I go Duress, Emerald, let's see what they do here first, I guess. Stock up, okay. So if I go Duress, Emerald, Cabal Ritual, Infernal Grasp, Brain Freeze, that's enough? I guess so. Could Mystical Tutor. It doesn't seem like it's too fruitful here. That's for 15. I think I could pass. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So this will be 15. But I'll get to Duress. No, I should just go for it, I think. Oh. Bowmasters? Awesome. I don't love seeing Bowmasters, I guess, because it's going to be kind of, like, they have a lot of cards that are good against me, but it does mean I actually win this game right now. Not so much because they gave me extra Storm, though they did, but also just because it means they're like completely tapped out. Their hand is Swords, Teferi, Jace. All right. One card short of Threshold, but I think that should be okay. And then Infernal Grasp, the Bowmasters, and Brain Freeze you for 18 cards, which at this point they've got to know is coming. Yeah, they can make a treasure. Oh, they're going to draw in response. I guess in response I'll Brain Freeze them. And that's game. Don't like that we're playing against Spell Pierce, Mana Drain, Force Negation, but it is kind of what I predicted, which is eventually I was just going to Brain Freeze them out. I guess I did it on my turn, not theirs, but still. Yeah, this is the matchup where Freebooter I think is good. Toxic Deluge is probably pretty bad. Do I want like a Soul Guide or no? I'll keep all my removal, my Fatal Push and Infernal Grasp. Those can kill Bowmasters, which I think is pretty important. All right, and game 2. I've got a lot of the cards I want to see, but no lands. I think I can mulligan that. Keep this, and I guess put back Mystical Tutor. I could just go for turn 2 Doomsday, but that's pretty bad against I'm just going to put Doomsday back. Against all these counters, I mean, maybe I should just cut the Doomsday. I'm not sure, but feels like I can set up a Yogg Will here better than I can do a Doomsday. And then I get to go Knight's Whisper. JVP. All right. I'm not going to Mystical here. Okay, that's not bad either. Let's go Knight's Whisper. I don't really want to draw Doomsday, so I'm just doing it. I'm not cracking my Vista. Next turn, I get to play Dark Confidant. That's also nice. Currency Converter with Jace. They have a nice little converter deck, not going to lie. They want treasures or they want creatures? Next turn, Dark Confidant. All right, they want treasures. Assume they have a land. Witch Blessed Meadow. Okay, I guess they could still... oh, Dark Ritual. That's actually really nice. Just play the Bob here. If they want to mana drain it with a treasure, they can. And then, honestly, I'm not that far from being able to win here. If I... let's see. Oh, looks like something's happening. Oh, okay. Well, don't love that. So if I get Brain Freeze with this Mystical Tutor, am I anywhere close? I go Ritual, Brain Freeze, Yogg Will. Again, problematic because they have cards in their hand and they have a lot of counters in their deck. So let's just draw for turn. Oh, I drew the Brain Freeze. Okay. I'm going to play Baleful Strix. I know it's going to result in it just dying to the Bowmasters here. But I would like to find a land. Okay. I cycled it and they put a counter on their thing. Lovely. So, end of turn. They're using the converter that way. Oh, they put a Cauldron Complete under the converter. Wow. Memory Lapse goes under? Oh, okay. So, if I Mystical Tutor, get Duress. How am I doing over there? Let's see. And I go Dark Ritual, Duress, Cabal Ritual. So Dark Ritual, Duress, Cabal Ritual. Brain Freeze, Will. I mean, I do think I can potentially win here. So like this. I'm just going to get a Swamp here. Cast Duress. And they have Force of Will, Force of Negation, and Snapcaster Mage. And they can put Memory Lapse in the graveyard. Okay. I guess I take... Force of Will. And... if I go Ritual, Cabal Ritual... we go Ritual, Cabal Ritual. If they let both those resolve... that's Storm Count 3. Play Yogg Will, Storm Count 4. They play a counter at Storm Count 5, and I Brain Freeze them for 18. I don't really like that. And I'm not dead yet. I think I've got to wait and then hope to draw like Thoughtseize next turn or something. Cycle Vitrion. Okay. And then they're just looting. They're going mad with Currency Converter. So I do have to go for it this turn though. I don't think Brain Freezing myself to fill for Yogg Will is really going to be good. All right. And I don't really think that this is going to be a very easy matchup. Island. So I could play Jace, but that really doesn't do anything. All right, let's go Ritual. Cabal, Ritual, Threshold. Should they counter that? It's a good question. Perhaps. Loot. So let's say they counter that with Snapcaster. Then we're at 4 spells. Then I Yogwill. We're at 5 spells. Okay. So now that gets memory lapsed. And I go Yogwill. And do they have the Force of Negation? Oh, do they have Mana Drain as their last thing? Force Negation, pitching Mana Drain. And then Brain Freeze them for 21. And unfortunately, that gets them down to 1 card in deck. And then they attack me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exactly. All right, so they have 4 Theorlingus to be worried about, Spell Pierce, Stern Scolding, and nothing else. All right, well, given that they had 5 counter spells, that seemed like a pretty nice little close game. I go to 0, and unfortunately, they have no cards in their deck, but I can't quite get them. Yeah, I still don't want Deluge. Soul Guide, I guess, fights against Snapcaster and kind of Jace, but I don't really think that's very good. All right, I think I'm ready to roll. Maybe I'll cut. Yeah, maybe I'll cut Doomsday. Perhaps I should do that. I don't know. 5 land Cabal Ritual Yogwill. No. All right, I will run this hand, and I think I put back Island. And I have they're mulliganing, and I have turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Night's Whisper. Put the mana for Manamorphose, and I can Mystical for. I mean, this could actually be the game where I Mystical for Doomsday. Doesn't seem inconceivable to me. They will to 5. All right, well, let's Thoughtseize them. And his Currency Converter stock up Mana Drain to Fairy. I'm just going to take Currency Converter. I have a lot of discard in my deck. They have a lot of discard in their deck. They're not very close to casting Drain. And if their top card's a blue source, they'll keep it. If it's a non-land, they're binning it. If it's a Plains, that's a little tougher. All right, well, they kept it, so it's probably a blue source, which is unfortunate for me, but let's just play Starting Town here and go Night's Whisper. Oh, there's a Mind Twist. Nice, nice. All right, so now they play... Oh, that's not a blue source, so... I'm going to... Well, do I want to probe? What am I trying to do here? They're not going to have Drain up next turn. At best, they stock up, but let's just do this. And their hand is Elspeth. I didn't draw anything. I was hoping to draw a Bob or something to play. Did you the Witch Meadow? All right. So now I'm just gonna Mind Twist them for 3 here and hope that I leave them with just like a Teferi or something. Left them with just Elspeth. Okay, well, if they draw land, well, I can play Elspeth, but I think I can actually... So they get to find a blue land, that's fine. So they go Elspeth, make a token. So a Doomsday doesn't... Yeah, I'm going to go for it. So let's go. I'm going to upkeep, Mystical Tutor. Select Doomsday, draw, cast Doomsday, and go to 7. So I want Jace, Duress. So I'm at 7, and then I go this down to 3. So I can go Probe. So let's see, I draw Duress them, Manamorphose, so then I have 4 cards left in my deck, Manamorphose 3 cards left in my deck, Jace 2 cards? Is there a way to do this better? Manamorphose, Duress, because I don't have any mana left over. I Could Quantum Riddler. I guess instead of duressing, I guess I could draw Probe. So I go to 7, and then I probe down to, and then I get 4 down to 3, probe down to 1. And I can go Manamorphose, play Jace. Manamorphose off Wastewood Verge, play Jace off Underground Sea. But I am actually 1 card short. So what I could do is draw Baleful Strix. And then I could still cast. And then I have Duress. And then Manamorphose. So if I have 5 cards, draw Baleful Strix down to 4 cards, cast Baleful Strix down to 3 cards, and then next turn Duress Jace. Okay, so I guess I don't want Probe. I want Duress, I want Baleful Strix, I want Jace. I mean, I could take Yogwill Ritual or something like that. I don't know if that's any good. So I'm next turn going to go Baleful Strix and have Infernal Grasp up. Or Baleful Strix into Duress, and then the turn after that, 5 cards, draw to Baleful Force cards, 3 cards, draw Jace, 2 cards. Yeah, all right, so in that case, Yogwill and Sunken Ruins, sure. All right. And so let's put Jace, Strix. All right. Pass the turn. Because the Strix also stops the flying token from killing me. All right, draw. Baleful Strix. Draw Duress. I don't need to cast Duress right now, though. I can just wait a turn to cast it with Jace. And I have Infernal Grasp to kill the token if they draw removal for my Strix. Okay. If they drew Plow and have a counter in hand, then, all right, that would be beats. All right, I think we got this. This deck's going to 3-0 by the skin of its teeth, as is only right for Bad Storm. Duress you, and his Island, Manamorphose off Wastewood Verge. Add blue. Jace. No mana floating. Mill 2 cards, draw a card. Boom. That's a 3-0. Oh, man. Look, you had to hit the peak before you hit the valley, and that first deck, that was, or rather, have to hit the valley before you hit the peak, and that first deck was definitely the valley. But look at this. Look at this beauty. 3-0 Storm, no big deal. The Riddler was great. Mind Twist, all hats off to Mind Twist. It was actually really good. Maybe I should take this card more often. Doomsday was mostly bad, but good that game. Yogwill was great. Brain Freeze was great. This was just... Struggle Storm is the best, and this was a lot of fun. So, hope you enjoyed today's double draft day. I'll be going back to team drafts pretty soon here, but I've been enjoying doing some wacky stuff in the leagues. Of course, I'll be trying some other non-cube content in the near future as well, so stay tuned for that. All right, that'll do it for this one. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.